So, one thing that's been on my heart today that I kind of wanted to share uh, is one thing I think will help anybody find success. And it's when you're going to start off on something, whether you want to be a doctor, you want to be a writer, you want to be a singer, you want to be a teacher, whatever it is you want to do, when you start off, you're going to meet people. You're going to find yourself, the longer you do it, building connections and interactions with those in the same field that you're wanting to do. It's not going to be quick, it's not going to be easy, but you will meet people, you'll make connections, you'll start to become more of the person you want to be other than the person you are when you started. But when you make those connections, some of these people that you're going to meet are going to have more money, they're going to be more successful, they're going to have more time in the field that you're working in. And it's really important that if you do anything, treat these people like people. I mean, man, I've seen so many cases where people have had opportunities, and when they come to meeting somebody that can really shape their life and really help them, they can't mentally get over the fact that they're actually meeting them. And I'll give you two examples personally for me. There's a successful reporter named Mike Tank. Mike came down and interviewed me when I went to Bridgeport Grade School and put on a presentation for the 2nd through 5th grades. And Mike is from Upper State, Indiana. Mike has been a well-veteranized reporter for ESPN. He's been a reporter for Fox Sports. His wife actually was a long-time meteorologist on the Weather Channel. He has had connections, he's met people, he's seen it all in his field. And when he came to my house to interview me for some pre-promo work for the segment, my son Lyndon was over, and Lyndon could not believe that Mike Tank was in our living room. And he kept saying, Dad, this guy's been on ESPN. Dad, this guy's been on Fox Sports. Dad, this guy's wife who spent years at the Weather Channel. They're famous. And right then I said, Lyndon, that's my son, my oldest. I said, Lyndon, they're just people. And when we went out on my drive after the segment was over and everything, Mike and I was talking, and my son was still inside, could not believe that Mike Tank, the reporter, was in our living room. And I was out there and we was just chit-chatting back and forth, and just in general conversation, I was talking to Mike like I would my neighbor. And one thing that gives me a lot is I have had people look at me and say, you know, I really approach people like people. And I looked at Mike and I said, Mike, you have every right to be your success, but you are still a person like me. And I said, sometimes the more successful people are, they want to be treated just like people, because everybody's falling all over everybody. Oh, we bumped into so-and-so at this film festival. We bumped into so-and-so at this concert. Oh my gosh, we went to this seminar and so-and-so, you know, from that show was there. And oh my gosh, and but people are just people. And another example is just recently I took Ethan and Rylan, my two younger sons. I took them to upstate Illinois, and we attended a concert, a small intimate concert for Laurie Berkner, who is very successful in the world of children's music. She's a wonderful author, singer. She's done some things with some children's Broadway shows. But anyway, my kids have grown up with Laurie Berkner since Lyndon was born in 2003. we've grown up listening to her music, and I know the songs as well as my kids do. So I wanted to do something for Ethan and Rylan before they get much older. And I took them to a concert, and it was at the beautiful Dear Weinman house. It was outside. It was a beautiful evening. And as this show was going on for about maybe 500 people on the lawn, we were literally 10 feet from Laurie, 10 feet from the stage, center. My children are freaking out. They're like, "Oh my God, Dad, that's Laurie Bergner, the one who sings them songs." And I say, "Guys, Laurie's a human being, but it's Laurie." And what they don't understand, and what the whole point of this video is I sat during that show. Laurie put on an amazing concert. Laurie Bergner, if you get a chance to see her, take your kids, your grandkids. You will not be disappointed. But I sat there and I saw a woman passionate about what she does, being successful at what she does, but being just a person. Go to these shows and watch somebody live. Go to, if you're in Hollywood or you go to events and you see celebrities, don't look at them as celebrities. Look at them as people. They breathe, they eat, they sleep, they get sick just like everyone else. And when you do that, as you progress, you will draw people to you, not just because of your mindset, but you will draw people to you because you are going to attract them based on what you're giving them. And that's simple humanity. You're treating people like people. I'm not going to put it past. You sit there and say, well, there's no way I could approach Harrison Ford. There's no way that, I don't know, someone else, J.K. Rowling, Laurie Berkner, Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas, whoever you are thinking of. Even if you only had a few seconds, if you shake someone's hand and you treat them just like a person, they may not acknowledge it, but I guarantee they're going to know there was something different about you. You may intrigue Tony Robbins, who knows? Until you and Tony may strike up a conversation, all because you treated him like a person and not this godlike on a pedestal status of a person. If you want to be successful, one thing that's really important as you grow and as you meet people, treat people like people. And I guarantee you're going to get a lot farther. So, a little bit of tidbit advice tonight. Treat people like people. Even off the success ladder, you treat anybody like a human being, you're going to get known as a people person. So, take care.